I guess this is hello for everyone watching the recording at home. Good evening and such. We have here Floodman 11, and I'm joined today by Boss Jeremy
Yo.
and Wallace. Is Wallace going to say anything today? Okay, Wallace isn't going to say anything. So we've got here tonight, I believe it's the Ballfathers, featuring Asp, Letty, Jake, and King Hit up against Shia LaBeouf of Moose, Doku, Hoog, and Pinkman. Two very strong teams, I think. Jeremy?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be an alright game. In your opinion, who do you think's going to win?
Well, I have bias, of course, because I'm actually on the Ballfathers, so I have to support my majors team. But I don't know. I think the strength of Letty and Asp especially are probably going to be a little too much. Although Pinkman, who Doku, Moose, that's a pretty strong team.
I haven't actually seen Shia LaBeouf or however you say their name play, so I don't really know how strong they are. There's a lot of good plays in there, but whether they work well or not together is a different thing altogether.
Yeah, and we're still only in week 3. I mean, team chemistry sometimes doesn't come around too much later. I mean, for me last season, it wasn't until like week 6 or 7 where I actually felt that we had a lot of team chemistry in house tag.
Yeah, and what I find interesting is Esteem isn't in the game, that Jake is. Last week Jake was in for King Hit, and now King Hit and Jake are both in. So I wonder what's going on with Esteem.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting one. Aspie's been trying out a bunch of different combinations in different positions, and yeah, I guess it's a sort of week by week basis on who plays in majors and who plays in minors.
It's an interesting tactic.
And it looks like we're ready for a start here. The map this week is Constriction, for those who are unaware.
Especially putting Jake in, because he does very well in minors and pubs, but whether he can keep the standard in this game will be interesting.
Yeah, both Jake and King Hit looking to make the full-time graduation to majors this season. Whereas on the Shia LaBeouf team, they're all very established majors players. Looks like we got a TagPro up on each side and a rolling bomb in the middle. So really, it's anyone's first goal at it to start with. And we're off.
And we're off, yeah. Looks like Jake's got the rolling bomb.
Immediately defused by Doku.
And Pinkman's going O. And as he's going to stay at D with that tag pro, I think he's going to try and neutralise Pinkman, which he does.
Straight away, King Hit's got the snipe lined up on Doku. He's not going to need it because Doku doubles back into base and then boosts around straight into King Hit.
If he got that boost right, it would have been an opportunity. But there wasn't much he could do. They had him contained very well.
Now Jake gets the boost straight onto the flag and he's going to push out with Letty putting on a great block against Hoog. Now Jake's just going to make his way around Hoog, does through the, unlucky.
That was bad luck. I find it interesting that Doku's playing O instead of Moose.
Well, Moose is a natural defender. Well, he's preferred as a defender, I think. So I guess Doku's a bit more versatile in that role. But this is a great opportunity here for the Ballfathers. Letty's trying to juke his way around base, but Pinkman and Hoog close him down.
See if Jake can make a break. He's got a rolling bomb.
Very, very well timed, and he's out ahead of 2 straight away with a good bomb. This could be a great... Oh, he bombs Pinkman onto the defender.
That would have been a very good catch from Jake too.
The opportunity's still there. They've got the TagPro in base. King Hit's just going to get this return here. Letty's going to get the return as well, but he lets Doku get out, and Doku's out through the middle.
King had almost had him there.
Yeah, it's a very tight first minute. Doku's managed to hold on to that, but the Ballfathers have set up the regrab train going, and it's looking like they've got the better of the first few minutes here.
And Letty's away.
He was almost ahead of 3 there, but got blocked by his own teammate, and then he elects to go for the kiss.
Who grabbed and he's going bottom, but immediately killed by King Hit. The Moose is away, see if he can get past King and Letty.
Meanwhile, Asby's grabbed against 3 of them, he gets closed down by Hoog.
Here comes Jake. Just wait.
Jake's going to do very well to get out here, and he's going to get out. What?
Jake, wow.
Oh, almost jukes around Hoog as well.
Underestimates Hoog's ability, like many people do. And King Hit's coming into base with a rolling bomb. This could be a cap if they can get the return.
Oh, but they do have the TagPro lead. It's just not working out for them. I think the best bet for the Ballfathers here is just to get ahead and try and block it off. But Doku gets around 3 of them.
Very good by Pinkman.
He's just got ready to be. Oh, Asby gets him with the super boost. Well done. It's still very cagey in this first few minutes. No team's really got a reset yet, but it hasn't really had any super strong opportunities to cap.
Pinkman's coming in the base ahead of 2, and Asby denies the super boost again.
That's the second consecutive cap with the super. Return with the super boost for Asby. Oh, Jake with the skill boost gets around 2, gets the return as well. So that's now 3 he's ahead off. A return here could be a cap, and it's coming. Lady's gonna get it, and Dokugan's gonna sneak away.
Jake's picked up the rolling bomb too. Playing scrims with Doku lately, he's really impressed me with his O skills. I didn't really think he was much of an O-fender, but he's done quite well.
And he's just prevented a cap there by just holding onto the flag a lot longer than anyone expected him to. Jake's still hiding around base, but now Shia LaBeouf's had the opportunity to flood 3 into that base to prevent the cap. But Jake's still juking around in circles. It's great work. And Moose is doing well as well.
Yeah, so is Moose. Moose was doing fantastic then. Oh,
right up until he boosts into the spikes.
Shouldn't have said something.
Oh, commentator's curse. Oh, and as if in sympathy, I think Letty did exactly the same thing.
This could be a cap here. Pink's in front of everyone.
Just got Asby to beat, and Asby does well, and he's going to get out as well. Wow. That was a real tight moment there, and Asby did well. Now, it could be close here. Doku's got a flag pro, but they got rolling bomb re, so Shia LaBeouf should be safe a while. In fact, both teams have rolling bomb re, so looks like it's going to be another few minutes of, cagey chasing and trying to squeeze into base. But now, Shia LaBeouf's actually ahead of all 3 here, ahead of 4, and a return here could be a cap. Jake does well to get onto the regrab tile.
Oh, Moose does well to miss that snipe from King here too.
Yeah, very sort of up and back first 5 minutes. No team's really got the ascendancy.
It's been a very interesting game. I did not think it'd go this way.
Well, I mean, Constriction's very much like that. I mean, it's called Constriction for a reason. and as you can see, you got four of Shia LaBeouf in the Ballfathers half at the moment, all trying to block out. But the return here could be a cap, but Pinkman and Moose close him down very quickly.
He's got a rolling bomb here. We'll see what he can do with it. Pinkman's coming in the base ahead of 2.
They got a TagPro in there as well. Letty does well to earn the kiss. And that really took a lot of pressure off the Ballfathers just there. But now it's straight back on. But Asby does very well to dupe past Hoog and Doku and puts himself out ahead of 4. But Moose does well. It does even better to hold onto the flag. I've got to say, MVP of this first half for me so far has to be Moose with some of his defensive duking.
Definitely, he's done real well. There would have been a few caps to the Ballfathers if he hasn't done what he did.
Now Jake's going to come into base here. Oh, King Hit's got to get that return. Doesn't get the return. Moose does well again, and now he's out ahead of 3.
That was brilliant for Moose, just like what we were talking about.
He's going to pick up a rolling bomb. That puts him in a really good position here if they can get the return on Jake. But Jake does well, gets returned by Doku, and they use the rolling bomb well. The Ballfathers to actually boost himself out of base. And Asby jukes Doku with the juke juice.
Moose came really close to capping then too. And a kiss.
Very surprisingly even half so far. You don't normally see it go this close with both teams having really good opportunities, but neither team getting a cap.
And Letty spikes himself. Guns away.
This is a very good position for Shia LaBeouf here. 1 to beat. Oh, Jake does very well there to get that return, squeezing between 2 of them.
a good snipe from Moose. Both teams are playing fantastic this first half.
Pinkman uses the corner boost to get out of base, but he's got Jake and Aspi to beat. The Ballfathers had that mid pup camped out and grabbed it quite easily with Letty there. Doku does well to boost out of base ahead of 2 with a Juke Juice on flag, but Jake gets the super boost and shuts him down.
Jake's playing really well this game. He can prove that he can step up to the plate and play that next level.
He's going to have to play really well here. They got 4 in base and he holds them up just long enough for Aspi to jump in and get the return.
It's great work by Aspi too.
Yeah, good team effort there. Jake had 4 to beat there and he held them up just long enough. You can sometimes do that in constriction because of the boost routes, but still very good effort. Hoog with an interesting snipe off the corner there to get the return.
Pinkman's away in front of 2. See if they can get a cap here. They've almost had 2 caps. Shia, LaBeouf. However you say their name.
Typical Doku and his crazy name. See, it's been a bit of a half of 2 halves. The first half, the Ballfathers had a bit more run, whereas in the second half, it's been more Shia LaBeouf getting on top of things. Another opportunity here for Shia LaBeouf. No one's been able to grab and get out for the Ballfathers, but Letty and Aspi do well to close Doku down, and they're forcing Pinkman back into base and get the reset. So now it's a full reset for probably the first time in the entire half.
That was brilliant work by Letty. He managed to push him back into where he wanted him, and then they got the return.
Letty's been actually playing quite well as a defender and as an offender this season. Of course, being having only joined the community at the beginning of last season, it's interesting to see that he's as skilled as a defender as he is as an offender.
Jake can't quite get away, but Letty has a flag here, and he manages to get out.
Should be final round of pops for the half. He's going to just get caught there by Moose. Jake grabs a TagPro, and he needs someone to come up and help him out. We've got all the time in the world here. Asby's going to grab with a Juke Juice. Is he? No. Jake grabs the Flag Pro, gets tagged straight up.
A little bit of a communication error there from Doku's team, considering 3 of them went no.
This is a massive chance here for the Ballfathers. He's got 2 to beat coming into base, 17 seconds left. Let's see if he can squeeze. Oh, unlucky.
Great work by Dokugan.
That's proper defensive work there. Still 8 seconds left. Coming into base from Letty, it's not going to be enough. Dokugan gets out, and 2 seconds, 1 second left, and that's going to be the half. What a tight, even first half there. Wow.
That was great. Dokugan did really well, and so did Moose. A lot of players really stood out that game.
Yeah, I mean, the stats don't necessarily show it, but I think Jake especially played a really, really good half, and so did Moose. Very, very even stats across the board. 14 pair ups to 16. Hold very close, prevent very close. It was just a very, very tight half. It could have gone either way, and I think the score at 0-0, while being more like a soccer score than a TagPro score, actually reflects how even the first half was.
But considering how both teams played, I wonder if they're going to try and change something up and something different, or just try and do the same thing. It's going to be interesting to see if at least one team will get a cap this game.
Has there ever been a 0-0 draw in OLTP?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm going to say no.
Wallace, has there ever been a 0-0 draw in OLTP? Maybe is the answer. Maybe we need to ask who. So far, there hasn't been. Maybe, I don't know. I'm making this up as I go, if it isn't painfully obvious. So it looks like we're just about ready for the second half, just waiting on the Ballfathers here.
I think Aspi might be stalling to think of a strategy to try and.
Nah, Asby does like a bit of a chat. I've been in a few lobbies with Asby in scrims, and just having him shout between names. Not actually shout, but you know. He thinks long and hard about the game while he's playing, and then has a lot to say in between rounds.
Not necessarily a bad thing, I suppose.
No, definitely. It's always get some feedback. And looks like we're ready to go. So very, very, very even first half. Which way do you see it going from here, Jeremy?
Oh, mate, I don't really know. Hey, I don't know. Well, the Doku's team had 2 opportunities to cap, and Aspi's team didn't really have any opportunities to cap. So
they had 1 or 2 really, really early. Yeah.
I'll probably say Doku's team's in for a chance, but
it's too close to call at the moment. And we've got a TagPro up on each side, and Letty grabs the Juke Juice in the middle, and let's see if we can make good use of that Juke Juice to start with. He gets a quick grab, and he's out ahead. Oh, and the push from Jake tagging Hoog has actually pushed Moose into Letty to get the return. Oh, Pinkman.
Letty getting that Juke Juice is very detrimental to their team because Letty's a very good offender, and he can probably use it to his advantage. But
and that's a cap. Wow.
He sneaks in for a cap there. Great work from Doku.
Yeah, just caught a bit out of position there, Ballfathers were, and a quick return, and then that was it. And Doku's gone again, out ahead of 2. So it's going to be up to Jake and Aspi to try and shut him down. And Aspi gets across the block from Moose and does well.
Great work from Aspi.
So yeah, we were talking about this maybe not having a cap on it at all, and straight away at the beginning of the second half, it's just straight out the block.
Pinkman
could be for another one. Oh, Jake does well and King Hit does well. So a bit more of a frantic start here in the second half.
That would have been a fantastic cap from Pinkman if it weren't for the Ballfathers.
This game would be so easy if it wasn't for that damned opposition. Doku's going to get closed down here, as is Jake, so we got a bit of an inverted reset. Both teams have the regrab set up.
Who grabs and immediately dies, and then they're kind of left with no re. It's good Pinkman manages to juke Jake and King Hit.
And then the boost spawns in the wrong spot for Aspi, and Dokugan gets absolutely smattered. So Letty's going to find his way out top.
King Hit. What a snipe from King Hit. That was well done.
And Pinkman even acknowledges it with the classic blank chat. Or Aspi almost with the bomb snipe. They got Hoog very closed in here, and Aspi does get that return, and they get the return on Doku, shuts down the regrab train, and we've got our first reset of the half. Next round of Pup should be up in a few seconds. And looks like King Hit, Pinkman, and Letty are going to grab Juke Juices. Letty does very well there on the right side.
It's a close battle for every Pup.
I know that's something that the Ballfathers especially were focusing on. And Aspi gets a
this could be a
clean
cap
boost
here.
return.
That's a cap.
And that's a cap.
Letty works it in easier. Too easy.
Ballfathers make good use of their 2 Juke Juices on defense and on offense to get a nice return cap. So now it's back to even Stevens. Letty's out ahead of 2 again. He's got Pinkman and Moose to beat. Gets the boost across the Pup. And gets absolutely shut in. The entire Shia LaBeouf team getting in the red team base.
Jake's holding up the game. Oh, Jake's out.
Wow.
This is probably another cap.
The blocks have to be good. Pinkman is better. Pinkman is better than the blocks.
Great work from Pinkman.
Oh, King Hit. Nice little angle there. Gets the return. This could be another cap here. If they can get the return quickly, not quickly enough.
It's great work from Hoog.
Just got there in the nick of time, and looks like Shia LaBeouf's going to get all 3 pops in this round. 2 rolling bombs and a Juke Juice. They're leaving the Juke Juice on defense, and both rolling bombs have been defused. So if Hoog can get out, it doesn't get out. And Who was that there? I think it was Dokugan just boosted straight into King Hit, so it just gifted the Ballfathers another reset.
He just needed to take his time, and he could have gotten out of that one pretty easily. Dokugan's away now, though. He's in front of 2 coming in the base.
Letty's got him covered, it looks like, just long enough for King Hit to come across and give him the squeeze.
It's great work from Letty, that.
Yeah, positioning from the Ballfather has actually been quite good on both offense and defense, which has been really, really good to see. But you can also say that about Shia LaBeouf as well. They've only been caught out once. Pinkman does so well there.
Pinkman was fantastic boost. They managed to push him back in the base, and he was still able to get out.
Oh, almost gets around the back off the wall as well. Just managed to pinch in from King Hit and Jake there. And Jake's going to get a diffused rolling bomb. Letty's going to get a TagPro and boost straight into base, giving Jake an opportunity to grab with 3 to beat. And he's going to get out now. He's got to get around Moose. And Pinkman... What? How did Pinkman get out of that?
Letty goes for the kiss, shutting down Pinkman's moves.
Oh, I can't believe Pinkman got out of that. That was ridiculous. I mean, Letty did the smart move there, but that Duke deserved a cap, and it might get one. Oh, Jake!
Jake with the amazing save.
Wow. Just that offensive play from Pinkman followed by that defensive play from Jake. That's crazy. Next round of Pups should be coming up soon. Ballflyer's in a good position here. They need to get their return quickly, and gets it, and that's another cap.
They probably shouldn't have grabbed there, really. And this could be another cap here too. The block.
They've got the boost up, and
saves the day.
But they get shut down very quickly, and so do the Ballfathers with Moose with the TagPro. So we've got another little reset here.
Yeah, very big flaccid train to an early reset.
And Dokugan's going to use the spin to just sneak his way out. He's got the TagPro lead coming into base. He's got 4 to beat now, so it's not going to be easy. He goes around, and Jake gets the nice snipe off the mid boost there.
Jake's played very well this second half.
Yeah, Jake's had a standout game by a lot of standards, actually. Moose is going to do well to work around and get the kiss there. And Pinkman gets the return, and that puts the Ballfathers in a very poor position here. King Hit's got to get across if he can, and he does. Oh, Aspi with the good bomb.
It's great work from Aspi. They've shut down so many caps for Doku's team this round. And Pinkman just quite can't use his bomb.
Oh, wow.
But he's away.
Sneaks it through. He's got a TagPro lead, but can't get out of the way of the super boost from King Hit. And now Aspi's going to use that to get away ahead of 3. Return here could be very, very close. Hoog does well.
Great work from Hoog there. Saved his team, saved another cap.
So many near-miss opportunities here. I think one moment of brilliance from either team could really, really change the game. And it looks like Jake's now out ahead of 4. They just need to get across. Moose does well, and the entire Shia LaBeouf team gets in the base.
That was a risky grab from Dokugan. He's locked in. If Letty can get past him, this is the cap. Dokugan's done very well to stay alive so far, and he got denied. We'll see if Jake can get out here.
Oh, it'd be a superhuman effort, and Hoog does well to just sort of push him back. And King Hit's going to grab that rolling bomb that Pinkman had camped out. Wow. And uses it to great effect to get a return. Another little reset going here. Hoog's got that juke juice on defense, so I'd be surprised if the Ballfathers were able to get out. But I mean, when you got Letty on the flag, oh.
Great work from Hoog.
And now Pinkman's out ahead of 3. Jake's got to hold on.
That's
and
another cap. Oh. Wow. Pinkman with another fantastic cap.
He just sort of snuck out. It was just out ahead of 3 before anyone else realised, and then Jake was just unable to hold on for long enough.
He did fantastic to get out of the base. And
now 1 to beat here. They get the return. Letty could waltz in for another cap. Hoog does well, just jumps on the retile. And now the defense from the Ballfathers has got to work really hard to close it down. They're going to get the return. They're going to get 2 returns. Just going to make sure Moose gets out of the way, and that's another cap. But now Moose is out ahead of 3. Jake's going to hold on to that flag. But they got the rolling bomb on flag, and that's going to be another return cap straight away.
Very, very interesting tactic from Hoog there. They got that cap. And that's another cap.
This game just opened up in the last few minutes. There's been 3 caps from 3 consecutive grabs. It's unbelievable. And
Three
now
caps. Game's all over the place.
I think Letty's just going to try and slow it down here. Jukes around who gets just ahead of Pinkman, but Pinkman covers across. It's going to be tight here. Oh, wow. Letty almost got out there. He just hit the corner slightly wrong.
Okagan with some good juke.
Almost as good as Jake, just waltzing a corner or waltzing around who. And now it's going to be a lot of pressure on Shia LaBeouf here to try and get the regrab going, but good blocks here from the Ballfathers could force in another cap, but Doku does well using the team boost.
Great work from Doku. We really saved the game then, but they're doing a lot of silly grabs where they're grabbing when they shouldn't, and it's cost them.
Well, they just haven't been able to set up the regrab train in the same way that the Ballfathers have in this half, especially lately. Jake, perfectly timed use of the rolling bomb there.
Jake with the game saver there, and Aspie's out.
Return here could be close. Hoog does well to position himself.
All Aspie has to do is hold, and it's game.
Yep, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the game to the Ballfathers, winning at 4-3.
You can see Aspie there just wasting time, but that was very good by the Ballfathers.
Still, in any case, a very, very, very close game, very, very tight, especially in that middle section there.
Exactly, yeah. Especially towards the end when the cap started opening up, but a lot of players played fantastic there. See King hitting Moose on top. Jake
Moose played a stellar game. Do we want to do interviews? Do we care about interviews? No interviews. Okay, I'd say player of the match would either be Moose or Jake, even though it didn't really show up in the stats.
Oh, we'll leave it up to you, buddy. You can choose.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. So, thank you very much. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you for the next game.